All right. Hey everybody, this is Salty Live 215,
Your
and
boy, the demon.
and over here is Demon Engine. This is the Geek Report from Amerime Media and the Amerime Junkies. Uh, every week we're going to be coming out talking about a few things that happen in the news, and we're going to have a nice little back and forth on them. We're going to try and at least tap on at least one thing in every corner. So we're going to do our best. Uh, First thing lining up, especially in the anime world, an announcement came out the other day through Crunchyroll that Shemu will have a anime series. I believe that we have the trailer queued up for that.
俺は知りたい。なんで親父があんな目にあったのか。
鏡どうだ。一番やばいところに手を出そうってのか。蘭亭は2枚の鏡で何かをやろうとしている。
蘭亭、一体何を。俺の目的は蘭亭を追うことだ。
鏡はあと一つ。お前と関わるとろくなことがない。これで横須賀は俺のもんだ。ついてきな。何やら。貴様はまだ俺の相手ではない。お前にもいずれ分かる時が来る。
分かる時が。このまま諦めるわけにはいかない。だから俺は強くなる。
All right, so that's Crunchyroll and Adult Swim coming back to finally tell the story of Shemu. Shemu was a video game series that originally came out on the Sega Dreamcast. The
Which
ill-fated.
reminds me that the fucking the boss, biggest boss. If I get his copy of fucking 3.
Oh man, yeah. Shemu was Shemu was a very large production for the very first game on Sega Dreamcast. Completely immersive world of 1986. At the time, it actually broke the bank for highest production. That video game cost $150 million to make.
Oh.
Um, for the time, it was a big thing. The problem was not enough people played it. Like it did good, but didn't do great.
Mm.
And then Shemu 2 came out on I believe it was the 360. It was either the Xbox or the Xbox 360, which again furthered the story and it has a fan base, but again, sales. And then
That needs to
Shemu
be.
3, which was a Kickstarter, uh it reached its goal and it came out and it did not do well.
Mm.
Again, it furthered the story, but the gameplay hadn't evolved. It just ah, everything bad, and of course, at this point, there was no sign that the story would continue to be told. So, thank you, Crunchyroll and Adult Swim, for doing a fusion dance to make this happen. Because they're like, Shimmy, yo,
Hopefully it doesn't flop.
Shimmy, like, no, like this. If you could just do the story in anime, it should be fine. Because all the fighting you had to do was actually pretty top notch. Especially one scene. It looks like they're doing the 25-man battle royale because when you actually had to do that in the game, it was hard because it was like, yeah, you have to fight 25 people. You are one person. There's no super moves. It's just martial arts. It was just like, yeah, good luck, buddy. But I don't know. Adult Swim, yo, you peep that Adult Swim is making some pretty big power moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the Blade Runner series. Now they've got this. I'm just like, hey, they're trying. It's like they're trying to do like a weird flex, like we could do more than just Rick and Morty, right? Like that's not the only thing in our wheelhouse. We could be diverse. We're not just cringe. But anyway, moving along. What next do you have? Do you have for us? While he's getting it set up, don't forget to check out AmerimeMedia.com. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you're hitting the like button and hitting that subscribe.
Get all this set up.
I like how you have the blue background going on and I have the pink one.
Right. There's some nice calming vibes.
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie though, the first thing I thought about was Goku Black. But then it was Goku Rose.
I'm gonna need you to never in your natural born life. Alright, so that's just gonna have to be. Alright, so first up, we got this.
Oh yeah, okay. So uh a lot of movies came out straight to HBO Max last year. One of them was Godzilla versus Kong, and it was a hit. And now we know that there's going to be a live action series coming out. And from what I understand, it's not going to be on HBO Max. It's actually going to be on Apple Plus.
Well, I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
That killed it for me.
The weird thing is, apparently, Apple Plus has been making some great shows. I just don't know anyone that's watching them.
Because who's paying for Apple Plus?
And the thing is, people are watching them. I just don't know any of them. It's almost like that one show everyone loved. What was it? Schmidt's Creek? I didn't even know that was a thing until it won all these Emmys.
I don't even
So,
know. I'm just now learning what the fuck that is.
right? So, the MonsterVerse is going to be on Apple. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to work it out into a whole series, but it sounds like a lot of money is going to be thrown at this, and Apple's got it.
Apple's got money. Apple's got money to waste. For all
Yeah,
those people out there buying separate, buying phones and then buying charging boxes because the charging boxes couldn't fit in the same box as the phone. It was just AirPods. I'm not gonna get started on this Apple rant. Let's.
listen, I get it. I'm not even going to be upset because I was going to add in. Don't forget the attachment where you can have an audio jack to your phone again.
Why did that make me so violently angry? Just
Because
why? Why did it make me shiver in frustration?
it's just so weird.
All right, next up. Some sad news.
Louis Anderson, sadly, the stand-up comedian, he recently known for portraying a woman on the show Baskets, passed away at 68. Now, for Black people, let me clarify who he is, because it's because I understand a good amount of us in the diaspora might not know who Louis Anderson is. If you remember in Coming to America, you see I'm washing lettuce. Next week, it's the fries, then the grill. That was Louis Anderson. He also had an Emmy Award winning cartoon series back in the 90s called Life with Louie, which for me was like the pretenses to American slice of lifestyle cartoons and what gave us, King of the Hill. Either way, it's very sad. Also, forgot to add in the rock opera singer Meatloaf also passed away today at 74. He's the guy behind I will do anything for love, and I will do anything for love, but I won't do that,
Mm.
which is such and it's such a great song, and you can apply it to almost anything.
That's the next one on this list. Speaking of King of the Hill, where is that photo actually? Hold up.
Dang it, Bobby.
'Cause I'm not gonna lie. I was not ready when I saw this thing pop up when you sent it.
Yeah. Now this isn't an official photo. This is not an official photo, but King of the Hill is going to be returning. It is going to take place exactly 15 years into the future. So they're actually going to be bringing them to where we are now.
Hmm.
So Bobby will be in his young 20s, and Hank and his crew are going to be in their 50s.
Well, let's see how Hank and this crew holds up in this political era. Can we talk
Also,
about why does Bobby right here kind of look? He kind of like the he looks like Ed. You watched Ed Eddie, right?
yes.
Why he kind of look like a sleazeball version ball, yo? He kind of giving me Eddie's big brother vibes right now. I'm
Oh
just saying.
man. I'm just and also there's going to be another character added in. If people remember King of the Hill, Cotton Hill had a younger son, GH, aka Good Hank, and it's been 15 years, so now Good Hank will be 15 years old. So I think the show might be more centered around him as the new Bobby. So I thought King of the Hill was is hands down one of the best animated shows to ever come out. And it's one of those things that I think you only appreciate as you get older. Because when I was a kid, I thought it was okay, but as an adult, I'm like, yo, this shit is so on point.
I don't know. As a kid, I didn't quite understand it. As an adult, I'm just like, yo, I could not have them as friends. Y'all couldn't be my day ones.
I don't. I see. I gotta disagree with you there. Now, Hank as a day one friend is great. Bill as a day one friend is good and bad. Boomhauer, I would keep around. Now, Dale, I don't know about Dale.
Here's the thing: you don't know about Dale, but that's what I'm saying. Like they're not day ones. They're not real day ones.
Some of them are day ones.
Nah,
Because Hank,
because day ones don't do some of the shit that they do. Day ones don't let you be out here raising another person's kids.
oh, here we go.
Just
Okay.
saying. I'm just Oh, here we go.
I knew you were gonna go that route.
My
Fine.
man is a whole 6 shades darker. They know it too. I'm pretty sure Pickett ain't nobody telling it. It's like, no, man. Right,
Listen,
nah. That's
li-
not day one material right there.
but listen. At the same time, Dale does it to himself. How are you a conspiracy theorist and missing this?
Because he's focused on that either way. Because he's focused on stupid shit. But regardless, this entire time, this entire time, I hope they find out by the season. I hope he finds out by the season finale.
Oh man.
Because if we don't, I'm gonna be mad. All right, next
Mm.
one.
Yeah. Now for the Disney Plus show that's going to be coming out, She-Hulk. Tim Roth for some reason was surprised that Marvel wanted him back, and I'm just like, are you really? Like, it's one of those things where I'm like, dude, you gave a solid performance. I'm like, why? Like, why? Like, I think he just, I think it's just because he sees that a lot of them are, super physically fit and a lot younger. So he thought he would just be easily replaced by somebody. But they're like, no, we want you. I don't know. I thought that was, I don't know. It's one of those things where you see a really great actor like doubt themselves.
Next one.
What you
What
what
I
do you
think
think
about
about
it,
it? Yeah.
I don't know who he is. I don't
So
know who he is. I couldn't care less. I seen him back in the day in the Hawk movie. Get his shit rocked. That anime style flipped across the ground and smacked into the tree. Came back as Abomination. Wanted all the smoke. Got all the smoke. Got sit down. And now he out here fighting the sorcerer. Fighting the sorcerer supreme.
but he's also not he also seems really chill and humble now. Like he got rocked and he wasn't sitting there trying to kill everybody afterwards.
Yeah,
He just took his L and was ready to go back to inside of his cell.
that's cause he got rocked by the Hawk. That that is a humbling experience. I can tell you.
But here, all right, wait, time out. Here's the thing, bro. And let's keep it being. The whole Hulk smash part for him, that was unexpected. If they was just to continue throwing hands, Hulk was not gonna make it.
Hulk was not gonna make it. But he found that opportunity and he's like, all right, I'm gonna fucking choke this motherfucker. We ain't doing this no more. I'm gonna choke this man out. All right, on to the next one.
Put
Oh,
Abomination.
that hurt.
Oh,
That
oh
just
yeah.
that shit.
So, all right, this is gonna lead into the other one, but Sony stock took a $20 billion hit 2 days ago. Now, since then, they have gained the stock back, but still, a $20 billion drop in one day is nothing to. You just can't act like that didn't happen. And why it happened is you got the next not the, got the next one rolled up.
Hold up. Because everything is being disrespectful and doesn't want to just pop right up. Which one was the next one?
The video clip, our clip, our news clip.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Microsoft purchased Activision Blizzard for $68 billion. Nick, billions.
I mean, I can see why. I'm not gonna lie. I can see why they did
Billions.
it. I can see why they did it. It is we got Activision got access to a bunch of shit. You know, Call of Duty. That's going to be a yearly thing, bringing in all the generic white boys every single year. That's a stable income that they can get. Blizzard, everybody was hyped. You know, they got that whole league started because of Overwatch. These were shit.
Mhm.
Even in our hometown of Philly, we got an Overwatch league team of our own.
Shout out to Philly Fusion.
Shout out to Philly Fusion. Yeah, but like, I don't know. It's. I'm happy they did it. I ain't going. I ain't going. As a Sony person, I ain't going to throw no salt. At the same time, like all the controversies that's been coming out of late. There's like
With Blizzard. Yeah.
with Blizzard.
Do you do you think now that it's going to be under Microsoft's tentpole, they're going to step in and probably regulate a little bit more?
They would have to.
Yeah. Also,
They would have to because if you don't, then if they continue to still do the same old shit, you now have them. That now looks bad on you.
and now since they're going to be under Microsoft, they're going to apply foot to ass on production of Overwatch 2 because Blizzard had
So
to
it won't
admit
be a
that.
$60 DLC.
Ooh, tell them how you feel.
Yeah, so I'm just saying. It better be a whole brand new game. It's like, no, we'll warp Overwatch 1 so it can fit Overwatch 2. Yeah, Overwatch.
I'm
No.
just saying that. I'm just saying that. Didn't they show a trailer for Overwatch 2 like 2 years ago? And it's
Mm-hmm.
been dead air ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that's very unblizzard of them. So just
Been
saying.
dead ever since. Hardly any new maps on Overwatch. New characters, but hardly just.
What kills me about it is people are like, well, maybe everything it's not gonna bother. It's not gonna bother. Y'all say that now, but like the next video game conferences start rolling around, and they start saying Call of Duty, whatever the hell it's gonna be, Xbox exclusive.
That's fine.
Like Blizzard Games start saying Xbox exclusive.
I can tell you this now. It would be a hit hearing Blizzard games become an Xbox exclusive. I can tell you, not that many people. Just like how you were saying earlier with the whole Apple, was it Apple Plus or whatever, some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people are watching it. You just don't know anybody you. I know people play COD. I don't know anyone personally that still does. Like after you hit a certain age range,
Fair enough.
it's something you fall out of. Like I know I'm tired of getting cussed out by 12-year-olds and getting called racial slurs by 12-year-olds on Call of Duty. So that's why I left.
Mm. I just know that I think if they do like if I mean, what if making all of this exclusive literally just shuts down the war? Because all right, and here's the best kicker for it. If you're a PC gamer, you're fine. You're living your best life. You're
It would.
good.
I don't think it would shut down the war. If I'm being honest. If
You
anything, it started to escalate it. The war was slowly shutting down as more and more games started to do cross play.
true, but
Now
now
that you're sitting here buying all these different publishers and game developers, that's just going to kickstart a war because now when Sony gets their shit together with all the shit that's going on with
who
not
are
being
they?
able to make more,
Who are
they
they
will
gonna?
have to sit there. I
Who are
don't
they?
know
Who are
who
they
they
gonna
would get.
buy? Ubisoft? Ain't nobody even worried about Ubisoft.
I don't know who they would buy, but they would have to sit there and either start buying other publishers and game developers, buying them out, or start helping out some small ones. And it's just going to create divide if you start divide after having so many games. Even if it hasn't been crossplay, so many games that you could have gotten on both things regardless, now just being exclusive to one. It's it's something different when there's an exclusive game on one side
Mm.
and it opens up to everybody. But when it's exclusive, when it's a game that's like every on any platform being pushed and coming one side, that's when you have the conversation start. But like, it's also give us room for like, all right, if we can't get these, then we might as well sit here and invest into these ones and start building up even new companies and more IPs.
Hmm.
Just gonna kickstart the war again because can't get my fix of this, but I'm not switching over. Might as well
And at the same
see what
time,
this is out.
they can't even make enough PS5s.
That is some that shit
That
hurt.
that might be the dumbest part of the whole situation. I was like, how the fuck did you not like?
All right, I'll say this because it's a mixture for the whole PS5 thing.
Mm.
Is not releasing your own hype, not having enough to come out on one. All these scalpers and resellers
They
thing
made
too.
it worse.
They made it worse, and on top of just like it's gotten to the point where there's actually shortages on silicons and components to be made. That's why, with graphics card, the RTX 3000 line came out. It had a set price. The MSRP for like I think the 30 RTX 3070 was $500. You know how much that card costs now?
Mm.
15.
And from the
1500
is that from the retailer or from resale?
resale from all the other resale. Only way you're gonna be able to get it at MSRP if you manage to like go or come across a micro center or something. But even then, those are limited around the country. And then there's a fucking like a global silicon shortage, making things even worse because there's not only it's not just these technologies that are affected by it. This is like a whole bunch of shit to make a perfect shit storm. And it's smacking the fuck out of Sony right now, and I feel for them. But at the same time, I don't have a PS5, so I can't feel that much.
Mm-mm-mm. Well, either way, the war still moves ahead,
Of course.
and so shall we. Now, what's
Yeah.
next?
I mean, this is all being up. Speaking about a war, war has multiple sides. Let's hold on. Let me get it to full screen. Let's talk about this.
All right, so G4 has returned to the world in the form of a YouTube channel, and one of its contributors here is Frost. Most people know her as a commentator on the esports scene. Now, Demon Engine, do you have the clip? Do you have the clip of the rant, or do I need to
You
feed
would
that?
have to you would have to send that.
I will be. I am sending it. I am sending it post haste because this was whoo. It's one of those things where it's like, bro, it's not a good look. Where is sorry. Part apologies, folks. But yeah, G4 TV has returned. For you younger folks, have no idea what we're talking about, and that's
Before
perfectly.
TV was IGN, before IGN was IGN.
I don't know because they never really. IGN's never tried like shows.
I'm talking more on the whole gaming
Ah, yeah,
aspect. Before
yes,
TV was IGN, before IGN was IGN.
yeah, and it was.
IGN has never tried shows, but like we see IGN, we know why IGN hasn't tried shows. Look what happened to G4 in the beginning. At some point, it just became cops.
Well, that's because they had a whole. This was pre YouTube. This was pre YouTube, being what YouTube is today. So they had a couple. They had X Play, Attack of the Show, and Code Monkeys,
Cold monkey like you, cold
which
monkey like Jen Mandu, cold monkey very simple man.
I sent you the clip.
I think I just got it.
Yeah, but one of the big highlights from back then was Adam Wessler and Olivia Munn. Of course, now Olivia Munn is an actress. You've seen her play Psylocke in X Men Apocalypse. You've also seen her in Tron Legacy. You've also seen her in the 2018 Predator movie, and so on and so forth. So it ended up being quite the launch pad for her career, and she was a nerd, but she was also very very beautiful. And not gonna lie, there were some things that happened on the show that were just a little absurd. And during this live show you're about to look at, apparently they could see the comment section.
Let me know if you can hear it. Should I just play it, or you want to?
Hold, yeah, go ahead. Just take a look.
When this originally happened, and my gaming grievance was actually going to be about Red Dead Online. So the subreddit for Red Dead Online, I'm a huge Red Dead Online player. I love Red Dead Redemption 2. I think it's probably my favorite game of all time. And right now, the Red Dead Online community are trying to get this hashtag going called Save Red Dead Online. And they've got it covered by Kotaku, Polygon, Game Rants, like Forbes, I think, also did a coverage of it. And they think that this will get Rockstar's attention and Rockstar will come back to them and give them exactly what they want. And we can actually scroll this down. I'll tell you when to stop scrolling.
And this is where the shit hit the fan.
Right there. But I'm here to tell you, and you're going to have to cut this B-roll in a second, because it's done. And what I do think that there is a larger discussion about Red Dead Online and that we need to have eventually about game design versus immersive experience and comparing the Red Dead Online multiplayer experience versus the solo player one. But I actually want to talk about something so much more important than Red Dead Online: sexism in gaming. In joining G4,
this is not where I thought we were going, but I'm here.
I have no idea.
I'm listening. Yeah.
In joining G4, I was ecstatic to be part of something that I grew up watching as a child. But every time G4 is brought up in various channels, even in this YouTube channel, we have the chat in front of us. I can see you. Without a doubt, there will be backlash because I'm not as bangable as the previous hosts. It's somehow...
Talk to him, Frost!
It has somehow been expected that you can talk about how much you jerked off to women as a compliment. It's not a compliment.
It's weird.
It's dehumanizing and it's weird. Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Hey, she cooking, y'all.
And that's just obvious sexism. You don't need to explicitly objectify women or declare that you hate women to be sexist. Just go ahead and check out Thorne's latest meltdown on Twitter for some spark notes. Now, here at XPlay, our reviews are written and produced by a team of people. There are too many games for one person to shoulder the burden. So we divide and conquer. And when we use language like we or I, that's the reviewer. That's coming from the mouth and experience of the reviewer reading that review. And that's not to say that Gerard, TBH, Adam, or myself don't contribute to the reviews. We absolutely do. But it'll always be in varying degrees and take a whole team behind us. That's why we're XPlay and not Adam Play. We have done the experiment and controlled for the variables. Adam will read a script written by the same writer that I will read the other half of the script for, but I'll be the one flamed. And yeah, it also happens to Gerard and TBH, but that doesn't discount the sexism of how it happens to me when it does. Both things can be true, that there is a general hatred of any change that isn't Adam, and that I'll receive special flame just for being a woman. And I wish I could turn the camera around so that you could see the incredible team that make XPlay. Half of our producers and writers are women. Emily, Abby, Megan, Joe, Jake, Zipper, Gabby. It goes on and on and on. Former writers that are now on ATOS like Vanessa. When you're in our DMs or on those YouTube comments or in Twitch chat right now, those reactionary threads thinking that I'm somehow ruining your current XPlay experience because you can't objectify me how you previously did to Morgan, or that I'm somehow less qualified to speak on something, but you can't quite put your finger on why, even though I'm reading the exact same script as Adam, but you have no problem with he's part of it. You're letting your unconscious biases ruin my day and you're gatekeeping the gaming space. So maybe for 2022, we be a bit nicer, a bit more self-reflective, and we enjoy the fact that people are working hard to make free content for you. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace.
Hey, I gotta wrap you up.
All right. Every time I watch that, it just makes me go like this.
Now I'm gonna say my opinion. What she said, there was no lie, nothing wrong. She said, I agree, with what she said. My thing is, clearly, someone didn't understand the assignment. That's all I'm saying. This was time scheduled. The topics were picked. It was decided to be live. And yeah, you don't just sit there and derail an entire project that time, money, and effort was put into. There's places and there's a time and place for everything. That's all I have to say about it. What she said wasn't wrong. There's a time and place for everything. Maybe not sandbagging the fuck out your coworkers.
Yeah, because
like,
you know
all right,
what?
cool. Here's today's memo. We talk about Red Dead. All right, going to do that live. Going to get the. Wait, what? Huh? What the fuck's going on here? Like,
Yo, I just sent an image. If you could pop that up while I'm talking now. Here's the thing. What she said was there was a lot of truth in what she was saying. Here's the problem. If Frost was a brand new person to YouTube and to the entertainment nerd space, I could understand this unprofessional meltdown. Right? This is Gerard, the completionist, who now works over there. Look at his face. My man is deer in the headlights. This is what this is the type of thing that can derail a co-host and now an entire channel. Because ever since that rant, you could drop it. Ever since that rant, they have bled a very decent amount of subscribers. And here's what makes it worse. And this is something Engine was coming on. This was a reaction from live comments. We don't even tape live like that anymore. And if we do, whenever we saw something negative, you know what we did? We ignored it. We just kept moving forward.
Because when we come here and we sit here, whether it's doing the Geek Report, whether it's doing the Junkies, when we come here, we sit here, we have a job to do. Granted, some of us may be quieter for extended periods of time because that's not a subject we fully know on. Y'all have seen it quite some times. Whenever Saw Truth and Nigo are here, they start talking about movies. Yeah, I don't watch movies. I spend most of the time either on the game or watching YouTube or occasionally watching a show that someone recommends to me. But I do not know actors. I could care less about their names, so I don't have anything
That's
to
not
say.
his field.
It's not my field. But when we come here, every time we come up here and we're on camera, we understand that we have an assignment to do, and we need to at least stay on track of that as best we can and not shock and awe the rest of our co-hosts.
Now here's the thing, and I know a lot of people bought this up. Well, everyone started clapping. I'm like, you kind of don't have a choice, even you really don't, because it's like you're live. So no matter where you're taking, no matter your intentions, you've now held everyone up to talk about something, whether they agree with it or not, even though the subject is definitely something we can agree on.
The subject is something that we can agree on, but it's something that is live.
This was not the time.
You have to be careful.
Or the place to do that.
Not the time, yeah. Not the time or the place to do that.
You could have done a separate recording addressing those issues, which you first veiled as sexism in the industry, but then it just came down to people making bad, nasty comments towards you. So it ended up being all about you, and that's what I and so this entire team of people now have to sit through something because for some reason in your years of professionalism in the sphere, you've all of a sudden started paying attention to the comments and it bothered you. That's why people don't look at their comments. Every once in a while, they might scroll through them and their brain automatically filters out all the nastiness. It's
Even that's been like a thing on YouTube since like the dawn of its creation. I've watched so many different YouTubers that sat there and said like, there's a lot of wonderful comments, but there are some very nasty comments, and you can't stop them. There are far
can't
too
stop,
many
won't
people
stop, can't stop,
out
won't
there for
stop
you to just
scrolling.
sit there and filter.
Just keep
Because
trolling, trolling, trolling,
if
trolling.
you catch it, the best way to deal with a troll, the sad thing is the best way to deal with a troll is to ignore them. Because the moment you give them any type of attention, that just escalates the entire thing that much more. Like, oh, now you're paying attention to me. Now I was just saying shit to say shit, but now you're paying attention to me. Now I'm going to be an active dick.
Mm-hmm. And
People are that petty and just have that amount of free time or nothing to do with themselves
mm-hmm.
and spend that time. There's countless stories of people getting into dealing with shit when it comes to online, blocking the troll. Next thing you know, it's a flood of different accounts. It's the same person on different accounts. Once they know you have your attention, that's when they go low. It's just some shit that you just have to either learn to ignore or address it in a different way. But not saying forego to professionalism, especially on a live platform.
Yeah, a live brand new YouTube channel, and it's also it the people funding it right now is Xfinity, Comcast. I just business wise, I just think this was not a good move, and G4 has leaned into it in support of the rant and everything, and I'm just like, well, yeah, the rant is against something that is definitely an issue in the industry. The problem is how they went about it. And at the same time, it's about Frost's lack of professionalism in that moment. That I'm gonna admit, if this is a sample of what G4 is gonna be like, I've considered unsubscribing because I'm just like it's really weird because it's always just supposed to be about the news and the entertainment. It just I don't know, that rant really wasn't cool. I don't think it was cool. Uh, I agree with the message, but that delivery was I don't know. It just it puts a really weird blemish on this channel coming back. And another weird part of it too, was when she said the Olivia Munn and the other woman weren't there to be gawked at. I don't know what nostalgia goggles she had on, but there were plenty of clips of Olivia Munn working for G4 doing things that might have been entertaining but had nothing to do with video games. I
Nothing
would
to do with video
I'll
games.
let you guys go to YouTube for that for yourselves. Uh, anything else on the docket, Demon?
I don't think so.
Positive.
Anything positive to say? Um, I'll try not to be like the YouTube comments. Look, I don't. I, this is coming straight from the mouth of the demon. I personally don't care if you are as bangable as Olivia Munn.
No, we've
I don't
still.
watch G4 anyway, so couldn't give a damn. I'm sorry you had to go through that, but I was here to learn more about what's going on with Red Dead.
we still got the Batman piece.
Oh, we got the bat. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's just a quick tidbit.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Of course, you guys know we're coming up on it soon. Matt Reeves' Batman film is coming out, starring Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, Colin Farrell, Andy Serkis, and on and on and on. Come to find out, this film is going to be 2 hours and 55 minutes long.
Mm. Mm.
Jeez.
I was about to say, go ahead and make your money, Batman, but like the last long ass DC movie left a very bad taste in my mouth.
But the thing was, at least
Batman leaves a very bad taste in my mouth.
yo, at
So
least
like
at
this
least
is
at least the Snyder cut had the decency to be cut into 4 parts. I'm like, you're like, this is pretty much Endgame's runtime. I look as long as
and
it's a good
for what?
movie,
Isn't this a young Batman?
yes. But this is also him actually doing detective. This is him actually doing detective work. Uh, there's
This
also an image. Speaking of Bat, we also have an image. First image from the Batgirl movie being made on HBO Max.
Batgirl movie?
Yep, there's a Batgirl movie coming out on HBO Max. Um, I think she looks good. The outfit looks solid. Uh, of course, other parts of the nerd sphere got really weird, and they were like, "Oh, I don't see any body armor." I'm like, "Well, if you remember Batgirl's first outfit, she made it on her own, and she really didn't have any Kevlar pieces to add on. She just had to
True.
dodge bullets."
That true. Cause I'm not gonna lie. I was about to say the same thing. I don't see any body armor.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's like
Her
and
first
I like
outfit she made.
true. This again, I didn't know anything about this till you told me. I didn't know this was this movie. I'm happy to see it. I'd rather see other members of the Bat family than Batman. But I'm just at the
Yeah, but I
just
look
not
for
seeing any like even little bits and pieces. Like you get shot at, right?
and our last piece for today involves Ninja, Pokemon, and I forget how to pronounce this streamer's name. Jorn, Dijon.
Oh, I think you were talking to me about this the other day.
Yeah. Gideon, Pokemon, and Ninja. Now, Pokemon had a hate raid come onto her page, and they were from this guy, Digion's Twitch. So Twitch ended up permanently banning him. You got that perma ban. Now, here's where Ninja's dumbass came in. Ninja was on his own stream just talking to fans, and apparently Dijon was texting Ninja like, "Yo, can you talk to Twitch about getting my channel back?" And Ninja's saying about this openly. He's like, "Well, I don't know. Best thing I could say is, hey, look into his channel." And he says, "Don't worry, bro. I'm gonna text them." And moments later, Ninja texts his Pokemon that, yeah, I'm not really gonna text them. And Pokemon screenshot and put this shit up. Now, I don't care about dude getting his shit permabanned, but Ninja, you should have just shut the hell up in the first place. Now you got yourself looking dumber than when you tried to get people to do Fortnite dances on New Year's Eve. I mean, damn. I mean,
Look, looking almost as dumb when you left for Mixer and then had to come back to Twitch.
Whoa. I don't think that was really a dumb move because at the end of the day, he didn't even have to. He got all his money for that contract without doing even half of the work. That's a come up.
That's a come up, but you.
But Ninja has just been falling and falling and falling. And I think it's just because at the end of the day, Ninja is probably really a piece of shit person. And the persona he tries to put on is just starting to flake off. But that might be a conversation for another day.
But that's none of my business.
Hey, that might not be my business, but when it hits
That's-
the news feed, it becomes my business.
That's just a problem I have with like a lot. Even though I want to stream, that's the kind of problem I have with a lot of like big name streamers. Like, because it's a show that they put on. It's not them. Maybe in the beginning, but it's shifted. It's a personality. They're trying to shift and change to appease everybody. I'm just like, and that's not for me.
Yeah, I would like to just be me. I think.
I would love to stream and just be me. I don't like being on camera often, but apparently I'm funny.
Yeah,
That's
you got
what
your
I'm told.
moments.
So it's just a weird thing with streamers like Ninja.
But meanwhile, guys, that's pretty much all for the Geek Report today. We want to thank you guys for listening in. Please let us know what you think about the stories in the comments. Do you agree with something? Definitely, if you disagree with something, put it down below. We'll have somebody take a look at it. We might do some picks and pieces and bring stuff up during the next episode. Meanwhile, I want you to take care of yourselves and each other. If When I'm on Twitch, you can find me at Salty Live 215, Demon Engine.
When I'm on Twitch, you can find me obviously Demon Engine and everything. I'll most likely start streaming during the weekends because that's when I'm off. So,
But of course, for our social
tune in for
media
that.
is Amerime Media, AMERIMEDIA. Please take care of yourselves and each other. Be well.